Hey y'all, and welcome back to Lisa's Cottage. It's been a while since I've opened up a video, and here I am starting my Monday. I have a follow-up doctor's appointment, so that's at 2:30, so I'll be heading out in a little bit to see him. It has happened. It has begun, and it started Friday night. So yep, she's giving us no issues with these little diapers on. Of course, we keep them on in the house, and she's wanting to go out, so I'll have to pause you off for a minute and take it off for her so she can go outside and do what she thinks she needs to do. It's a wee bit chilly here today. However, the sun is nice and warm if you can get out in the sun. And she thinks she just wants to come sit in the sun, which I don't blame her. And yes, that door is some kind of squeaky, but Ken, when I mentioned oiling that up to stop that squeak, he says, but that's how I get her to come in. When she hears the squeak, she knows it's time to come in the door. So I'm assuming that it will remain a squeaky. Grass pretty much has died off. I don't think I'll be doing any more mowing this season. However, I'm really trying to get things wrapped up, closed up, so come spring 2019 I will have everything ready to just pull it out instead of having to start over from scratch, cleaning, scrubbing pieces of lawn furniture that we put away, or like I did this year, repainting a lot of it. So hoping to get all that done, cleaned, and when I put it away, hopefully it will get put away somewhat clean, and then I can just pull it out come spring. My newfound sister, her and her husband came in for a visit last week. They had gotten here Monday morning and stayed with us till Wednesday morning or Wednesday lunchtime. Headed out to see our other sister toward Knoxville, up by Gatlinburg, and they headed up to see her for a few days, and then they drove back to New York. They're home safe and sound, and today's my sister's first day back to work after her vacation, and we all know what it feels like that first day after vacation to be back. We're like, where did my vacation time go? We have some big changes ahead of us. The kind of videos that I've been doing here lately, I'm not doing a lot of talking or updating you, and so I thought I'd just do that today to update you all. We ordered from Amazon Sophie a toothbrush and some toothpaste. I think it's going to be flavored. I'm not trying it. Ken can try it, but I'm not trying it. Ken's like, I'm not trying it, you can try it. And did pick her up a new collar because when she goes to daycare, we have forgotten it one time, and we need that one around her neck at all times, just in case I had to put a lead on her. Like if someone were to come to the house and they had to come in, I need to have a lead on her. I did share these on Instagram, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, I try to post quite often there, and I may share things on Instagram that either I don't get the chance to share here on my channel, or it may just be something small that I'm sharing that I won't share on the channel. But we went to the Corvette Museum with my sister and my brother-in-law, our brother-in-law, and they take these pictures of you, and then of course you walk through the museum, and then these are the last thing you get to, and then they offer package deals to you. So that's my sister. We're the same age. Her birthday's in December, mine's in February. So she's born in 65 and I was born in 66. Our mothers were pregnant at the same time with us. And then her husband, and then of course, you know, Ken, my husband. And then Ken and I are in the driver's seat, and as my brother-in-law said, you don't have your eyes on the road. And I said, he doesn't, does he? I see that glare. He doesn't, does he? And then I'm like, but I'm sure watching it. And I'm sure they're shaking their head. Yes, she does watch the traffic, even though she's in the back seat on our days that we had together, and when we went out to do things. My sister and I sat in the back seat of my car, and then Ken and Paul sit up front, and I was like, dear, you do see those people in the road, or dear, you do see they're stopping. And they will tell you, not only am I his co-pilot, but I'm also a backseat driver. And I know they're shaking their head to like, yes, she sure is. And that's where I think me and my sister vet are alike too. Because a lot of things that Ken will say that I do, Paul will shake his head and say, her too, she does that too. So it's amazing. We've not known one another for 52 years, and the things that we just naturally have in common and do the same. That's amazing. So it's got to be our dad and us that we do the things that one another does. Peek out here on her for her. It was so windy yesterday, I had to lay down the umbrellas. Soapy? There she is. And Chewy's over there barking. Now my question would be, can Chewy tell from this distance that it's that time of year for Sophie? Chewy is a male, so I'm wondering, can he tell? But she sure is watching toward that way. But we're gonna let her go through this one, and when she hits 12 months, we will have her spayed. And then she was at daycare Friday, and this started Friday night. And I was asking my daughter, I was like, you don't think she got pregnant while she was in daycare? But which they knew it was getting close for her. Ken had mentioned it to them. If you all think she's even getting close to coming into heat, will you all call us so we can move her over to the vet's office? The vet's office had already told us they would take her. And they're definitely not allowed to be in the daycare, the doggy boarding, and we can understand why. Can you imagine how she would have been upsetting that daycare? So she held out and she waited, but we're due to fly out again, a couple different places in the next week or two. And the big news is, I had told you all that Ken's mother, Mom, had a stroke, and she's moving here to Tennessee with us. So we are in the middle of getting quotes and bids from contractors, and we've been doing that for a few days now. And we're going to be converting my workout room. Let's walk you down there and show you. I have already almost fallen over that a couple times. Got the blinds lifted when I was getting dressed earlier, my hair and makeup, so I could see her sitting on the porch. Gotta keep an eye on her right now. It's almost like having a newborn. But we're just gonna empty this room completely out and store my workout equipment and everything out here. We will be storing that. Of course, I'm keeping my suitcases out because all the flying in and out that I have been doing and will be continuing to do. Be considered like a mud room. So we'll be, we had just put this wall up within the past year or so. We put it up because this was all one room. They'll be tearing this wall out, and we'll have all this emptied out, take the cabinets back out and store them. But we're turning this into Mother's room, and which will have a special bed in here and a special lift chair and stuff like that. So she's moving here. She'll be here by the middle of November. We told her that we would get her out of that place, even though it's an amazing nursing home. We told her we'd get her out of there by Thanksgiving, and we will be getting her out by Thanksgiving. So she has been, she was born and raised and always lived there in Michigan. It's going to be an adjustment for all of us. But not only is it the right thing to do, this is what I want to do. So I will become her 24 around the clock, 7 days a week caregiver. But she's done some remarkable recovery. Even the nursing home said she's gonna be an easy care for. But one, her bedroom being off of our bedroom here, that will help when she needs me and I can get to her. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna turn this into a complete wet bath. And like in hospitals, when you see the shower and the toilet all in one room, that's what this is gonna become for her, is a wet bath. And I know they're gonna change some door sizes for me to get the wheelchair in and out and be able to turn it around properly. And they're gonna put ramps on. And then in her bedroom, which this will be her bedroom. They're gonna build this floor up so it will be level with our bedroom floor. And that window there, they are gonna remove the window and put a door there and an opening so Star can get in and out, but they're gonna put a deck on. They'll put the door here, and then she'll have a small deck just if she wants to go sit outside, that I can take her out in her wheelchair or assist her in walking out there, and for her to be able to go outside and enjoy some outside time, some good old vitamin D. So, Kenneth is losing his bathroom. Oh my. These pumpkins just not the cutest little thing. I had thought about breaking the stem off of this one so I could set these two on top of that one. And I know you've seen that in Thanksgiving fall decor before. We picked those up, I think, from Walmart over in the produce department. So we're gonna have a lot going on. And I told Ken, I said, you know what I ought to use this weekend? I gotta put her daddy back on, let her in. She is the darndest best dog I think I've ever had. She's not given us, thus far, any grief over wearing her diaper, which Ken said, that's not her diaper, that's a sanitary napkin. And I'm like, we'll just call it her little diaper, her little panties. And my daughter, Tara, says, Mama, you can just get boxer shorts and cut a hole out where her tail would go, and then you can just wash those instead of buying these, which that's a good idea. But she knows it's there. She knows it feels a little awkward, but she has not given us not 1 ounce of issue at all. She is the best darn dog I think I've ever had. I'm a little hungry. Pumpkin that I had picked up in Elmira, New York from the Corning Glass Museum. I put it right here in my china cabinet hutch. And I think it looks very pretty right there. I really like it. So I'm going to finish getting ready for my appointment. She ate that whole can of food. She likes to have something small or something large at lunch, and I like to be able to give her a bite at lunchtime. And some days she enjoys her lunch, and then some days she don't want it, and then that just makes for a very hungry Sophie girl when it's supper time. And she's saying she needs to go out again, which she probably does after all of that she just ate. So we're gonna do what's gonna be considered our routine for the next however many days. Thinking 10. I'm thinking that's what Tara told me. So she needs to go back out and go do her business. Her UPS here. I'm gonna go see what kind of goodies they left for us. It was Ken's shoes. They had 2 pair left and he went ahead and ordered both of them. That man is some kind of hard on his shoes. And he needs them. He needs new shoes in place of wearing old, worn out shoes. So that's his second pair because the first pair has already gotten here. Not sure why they didn't come together, but they both are here now. He'll be glad to see that. I've not had my iced coffee today, so I think I'll go ahead and brew some coffee and then put it in the refrigerator, and it'll be too late when I get back. However, it will be nice and cold for tomorrow. I didn't want to have it just in case they want to do blood work. Now, what flavor would I like my iced coffee to be? A lot of choices, huh? I'm being sarcastic. How about the toasted coconut? Yep, I think that's what I will brew for me tomorrow. Like I said, it'll be too late for a cup of coffee this afternoon. I don't want to be up all night, and I do cherish my sleep. I love my sleep. I love my good sleep. So I told Ken, one of the things that I'm going to allow for myself to do, being that I'm going to be a full-time caregiver, time off to have my nails done, start getting those done again. It's been many years since I've had them done. When I did have them done, I did them for many years. Sometimes it seems like it's more of a bother to make the appointment and to go have them done because you're writing off, what, an hour and a half, 2 hours out of your day. But I'm going to allow myself that time, and I actually tell him I am going to have some me time. You hear me time all the time. And I was like, what is me time? When my kids were little, I had no idea what that was. I worked sometimes up to 5 jobs a week when I had my 2 wee ones and I was a single mama. So I don't know what me time is, but now I am going to allow myself that me time. Just sitting there like a good girl, just taking in the nice weather. I'm watching you. Are you watching me? Watch you? What are you doing? What are you doing, Soapy? Oh, I got a scratch. I got an itch. Gotta get it, gotta get it. The sun is gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous out here. Ken did get the outside of the fence sprayed, and I'll show that to you in a little bit. Now he has to get the inside done. I bet he's thinking right now, oh, I wish I had time to stop and do the fence today, being that it's so beautiful. But he's going to go with me to my appointment because we're taking Sophie. And so he will stay out in the vehicle with her in his truck. We'll take her in his truck. He'll stay out in the truck with her while I go in and have my follow-up appointment. And then we scheduled our groceries to be picked up today also. So we'll do that after the doctor's appointment. I don't know if you can see it from here, but I put out 2 new flags. I was able to get a lot done before my sister and brother-in-law came in, but there was so much more I wished I had gotten done. I have that one there at the gazebo. That's that one. I think the other one might say welcome or hello fall. Something to do with fall. I don't have my shoes on, so I'm not gonna walk out there. Welcome fall. That's what it says. Hi, Soapy. Hi, Soapy. Hi, honey. Oh, I hope you don't have mud on your feet. I have white pants on. Hey now. She's pushing me from the back side. Here's one of the moms that keep coming back. I had several. And then after their season, Ken dropped them in the ground, and this is the only one that keeps coming back. But I was able to share some pictures of it last year on Instagram. This thing got huge. And that's where I laid the umbrellas down yesterday because it was so windy. Her caught a good scrubbing and a de-stinking because it really does stink. when she's boarded, we take that and they put that inside of her kennel, because when she's in a kennel, it's a really good sized kennel. So she has plenty of room with her little cot in there, and she takes her toys and a blanket or a towel that has the smell of our home. She takes, or we pack that for her to take with her to daycare boarding. Got leaves on my socks. Forgot what door I came out of. Ugh. Gotta get her to sit out there a little bit longer so she can get some fresh air. It smells like coffee in here. It's brewed. It's done. So now I'll just put this in the refrigerator and enjoy it tomorrow for my iced coffee. Should be around 10 ounces. That's what I pushed the button for. And then I'll just get 2 of the packets of Truvia, and then I'll pour that over my ice. And I just use these for my iced coffees, and I fill that with ice, 2 packets of the Truvia, and I will put just a wee bit of this sugar-free vanilla syrup. I'll pour just a wee bit of that over the ice and the 2 packets of Truvia. And then I will pour about a half a container of one of my Premier Proteins. And I've not been able to find the bananas and cream, so I've been going with the vanilla. I prefer the vanilla over anything else. So I'm keeping an eye out for the bananas and cream. It makes the best iced coffee for me. And then I have the peaches and cream. Yeah, it's okay for me. Okay. My grandkids have their apple juices here. They brought with them the last time that they came to Lala's and Papa's. Come here, Sophie. Come here. Come here, Sophie. Come here. Come here. Girl, sit. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. Shake. Good girl. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Lay, lay, lay. Sophie, sit. Oh, good girl. You're such a good girl. Yes, you are. Good girl. Good girl, yeah. Someone knocked on the door this morning, and I went to it was the front door, and I went to it, and she was just barking and growling. Her hair was standing up, and I just told him through the glass, I cannot open the door with her standing right next to me. And I think they're kind of like, no problem, don't open that door, so I can get on to my appointment. Oh, I'll show you this. My sister brought this to me. And now I have that in here in the bathroom. That's to remind me to order those 3 things. A couple of them from Ulta, and then one of them we have to order through where we get our toothbrushes. I need a new head. So that's just sitting out because that one I can't use any longer. But I have a picture of my mom, a picture of my dad, and then this little block that I'd gotten from my sister when she came in. She gave it to Ken's mom and dad, their wedding picture, and just some other pictures. When we were in Michigan a couple weeks ago, and Mom said, I thought you all wanted to go through that stuff that's in the basement, the Christmas stuff, to see what's left down there, to see if you want anything. So we did. We went over to her house, and we took her car out and washed it and put air in the tires. And then we took it back home, and we went down the basement to look for the Christmas stuff, and we were able to get quite a bit of Christmas stuff. We were wanting those big old-fashioned light bulbs, but somebody's already gotten those. They beat us to it, but that's okay. We were able to get some stuff that they used on their tree, and I'll be putting it on our tree this year. However, Ken found a bag full of letters back and forth. Mom and Dad wrote back and forth. And oh my goodness, they are just beyond precious. Mom knows I like that kind of stuff, so she she tends to pass that stuff off to me anyway. When I say mom, that's Ken's mom. She tends to pass it off to me because she knows that I like that kind of stuff. Now I'm really gonna get ready, finishing up, getting ready so I can get out the door on time.